Hello everyone, this is Jamal Thomas and welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So I have a pretty decent show for tonight. So let's get started. So first up, corporations prepare to gorge on tax cuts Trump claims will create jobs. All right, let's hear him out. And let me explain this one. So Trump is saying, we're going to cut taxes. And in cutting these taxes, we're going to take that money and we're going to essentially put millions of Americans to work. At least that's the story. The official line from US-based multinational corporations is that if they get a huge tax break, they'll bring the money home with the trillions of dollars home in profits they've stashed overseas and use it to hire tons of Americans. The Intercept's examination of dozens of earnings calls and investor conferences since Trump won the election finds that many executives are telling analysts at large banks that they are eager to take the money to increase dividends and buy stock buybacks, as well as snap up competitors. They demonstrate considerably less, if any, enthusiasm for going on domestic hiring spree. Of course they don't. Why would they? Why would they? Here's a good example. So Cisco, the California-based IT giant, has $58 billion overseas and has been long one of the most outspoken corporate tax proponents of a tax holiday. I bet he was. And previous CEO John Chambers claimed in 2010 that profit repatriation could be used for creating jobs, investing in research, building plants, purchasing equipment, and other uses. But on November 16th, earnings call, Cisco CFO Kelly Kramer told securities analysts what the company would actually do with all that money. First, it would make changes to debt structure, and we would have a blend of actions we certainly can take without dividends as well as our share buybacks, as well as leaving flexibility for us to be able to do M&A and strategic investments. Look, so a tax holiday is when, so let's say a company stashes a huge amount of money overseas, like this guy, $58 billion. Well, they may be stashing that money illegally. They may be stashing it through other corporations, like kind of shelf companies. And a tax holiday says, look, the government will turn a blind eye to the crime of you hiding your money, your tax money. And we'll let you bring it back into the country, and we'll bring it into the country at a lower rate. So instead of paying maybe 20-something%, it might be 5%. Would you like to pay 5% of taxes? I know you would. Only thing you need to do is have a few $1 billion that you can hide abroad. At that point, it becomes illegal, apparently. And look, and just one more point. Companies don't hire people because they get tax breaks. It doesn't work that way. Your corporation is a machine that's designed to make cash. It's their job. And as that job, in order to make as much profit as possible, as a worker, you cost them money. Now, don't get me wrong. You benefit them because, for the most part, whatever you do helps them earn whatever that money they get. But the excess over the top that the company gets, for the most part, that's in their profits. And if they have to pay you more and pay you more each year, that cuts into their profits. So if they can automate you, they're going to automate you. If you can cut your job, they're going to cut your job. And if they get money back from the government, regardless of what's coming out of their mouth, they're going to say thank you. And they're going to give that money, according to them, to their shareholders and to some other kind of corporate takeovers. Well, and look, this is kind of one of those no shit Sherlocks. Here's $1 billion back. Oh, thank you for the $1 billion. I am going to keep this money now. Because if I hire a bunch of people, it's going to cost me a lot of money. I mean, look, the trend is towards less workers. I mean, if you're talking about like automation, if you're talking about shipping jobs abroad, look, you're not going to get a hiring spree unless you get a reason to get a hiring spree. And giving them tax cuts is essentially just giving them money back. That's not going to give you a hiring spree. All right, so the second story